Hello everyone, this is Neogeosg. So I guess you can kind of treat this as like a 1.5k sub special since I've already reached it. But today I just want to tell you about some plans for this month since my channel has sort of been dead for this entire year so far, to be honest. So yeah, let's just start. For most people watching my channel, you should know that I've done a TODCC build up live stream series where I first did 3 tiles in a row to build up for a very hard tile at the end. So for this build up, I first did Tile Pleasant Fantasies. This one, that's yes! Oh my god! Then Tile Shattered Dreams. Woo! This! Let's go! Whoa! And it didn't show the time, it was like 124 minutes. Yes! And then Tile Crafted Nightmares. Let's go! Oh! Yes! Oh my god! Oh! Before doing my first soul crushing tile at the time, which was of course Tile Difficulty Chart Classic, which I completed on the final stream of the series on 13th of November 2020. Oh! Unfortunately, that tile was removed just 9 days later, but that's not really relevant to this video. Anyway, if you know about my TODCC build-up live stream series, you will also know that I beat Tile Glitching and Healing and Tile Level Trouble all right after this series, so I beat 3 Soul Crushing tiles in a row. Then, I took a break from Soul Crushing tiles, and after that I beat Thanos Tower as my 4th Soul Crushing tower. Yes! 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 And that's where it stopped. It took me a really long time to beat Thanos Tower due to my really bad live streaming schedule, and just not uploading or doing anything on my channel for more than an entire month. But now I actually have the time for some live streaming, which will allow me to finally get to doing my 5th Soul Crushing Tower, Tower of Confusion. So first things first, getting to the point, yes, there will be a Tower Confusion build-up. There's a reason why there was such a long backstory about TODCC build-up and such earlier in part 1. We'll get to that later though, as I have a slightly different plan this time. After not playing much of, well, how do I pronounce this, Jato for a while, I really do not have much confidence in my skill, and before we go straight to the build-up, which will feature some pretty hard tiles before we even reach TOC, I want to make sure that I don't get stuck in the middle of the build-up, which actually nearly happened already when I spent 5, technically 6 streams doing Tile Corrupted Nightmares during the TODCC build-up. So, before getting to the actual build-up, I'll be doing something called a pre-build-up, which is kind of self-explanatory, just stuff before the actual build-up. So what is the order of the pre-build-up? I'm just gonna show it here. The order is this: Tower of Stained Brutal Calamity, wow that name, and the rest of the Forgotten Ridge towers, which are Tower of Increasing Stress, Dangerous Expeditions, and Steeple of Towering Pillars. So why did I choose these towers? Let's start with Tower of Stained Brutal Calamity. Funny thing, I've been planning to make a tower called Tower of Terraria Calamity Music, but I've been working on other towers which I'll get to later. Anyways, I think it will be quite fun just to try this tower. It is intense difficulty, so it should be perfectly fine and doable for me. Now for the rest of the Forgotten Ridge towers, I just like the classic building style on the play towers, and I might as well just finish them out. I've already finished Citadel of Weird Nostalgia within a day of the release of Forgotten Ridge, so after I finish these 3 towers, I will finish the whole South Realm, so why not? Finally, let's get to the actual build-up. I'm not gonna waste too much of your time. I know that throughout this whole video I've been talking a lot, and this script is nearing 700 words as I write this, so here's the order. Tower infuriating obstacles, tower questionable trials, Citadel wacky strategy, and then finally tower confusion. So why did I choose these towers? Well, there's gonna be quite a bit of talking here, so just skip this if you want. First off, tower infuriating obstacles. Back in about July 2019, the staff team, or whoever, was still looking for a replacement for Tower Despair, as it was removed at the time. Around the time that Tower Deep Darkness was released, Tower Infuriating Obstacles was released as the Tower Despair replacement last minute. I spent many, and I mean many hours trying to do Tower Infuriating Obstacles. Unfortunately, I never got past the 7th or 8th floor, and I ultimately just gave up on the tower entirely. Thankfully, Tower Despair was added back into the game, which is way easier than Tower Infuriating Obstacles in my opinion. However, even though it's no longer in Ring 3, Tower Infuriating Obstacles still exists. It's now in Zone 3, and it's objectively the worst tower there, considering that it had no review whatsoever as far as I know. Despite being the very first tower to build up, I have to conquer the enemy, which is Tower Infuriating Obstacles. Wow, that was a long explanation. Alright, for Tower Questionable Trials, it's actually quite simple. In my first video of trying Ring 9, I said this. Oh! Well, looks like I failed already, so much for that on that try. It was a really good try actually, floor 7. Not even like really attempting to beat the tower, I was just getting as far as I could with no expectation of beating it at all. Yeah, that tower's definitely gonna be my first in Ring 9. Yeah, I'll go for that. That's really promising, so yeah, I know that's a really long attempt on the tower, but let's move on to the next one now. Yeah, so I just want to get a Ring 9 tower to build up, that's it. Citadel wacky strategy now is quite close to soul crushing, and since Tower Confusion is sort of extreme but also not extreme if you get what I mean, Citadel wacky strategy is around the perfect difficulty for the second last tower of the build up, right before Tower Confusion. Like I said earlier, I like the classic building style, and with Citadel wacky strategy in Ring 2 is the final thing that made me include this in the build up. And that's it. I don't think I need an explanation for Tower Confusion. It will be my new hardest tower according to the J-Toe difficulty chart, but I'm quite sure that Thanos tower is still harder, which is probably completely true now that it's received some updates. This is not gonna be it for live streams though. Remember how all the way back in part 1 of this video, I mentioned that I beat 3 soul crushing towers in a row, with the first one being TODCC at the end of the build up? Well, this time will be the same. So, what will be the 2 soul crushing towers I do after the build up? Of course the first one is Tower Confusion, so what is the second and the third one? Well, the second one is going to be Tower of Inevitable Failure. In my opinion, this is a good quality, low insane difficulty tower that I can definitely beat. The real question is the third one. Well, hey Math Factor, I'm watching you, okay? Just because it's been nearly a month and Tower Thin Layers is my least favorite insane tower in the whole game, it does not mean that I'm not gonna beat this. You cannot hide from me, Math Factor. I will always catch up to you eventually. Yeah, I guess that means the third soul crushing tower will be Tower Thin Layers. Alright, enough of the live streaming and Math Factor and blah 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 blah. I know that some of you cannot catch the live streams, so I will have to post some videos. I do have an idea of some videos I could do for this month of June to keep this channel going, so I'll just present them here. Tell me in the comments if you would like to see them. For the past month or so, I've been posting nothing more than just all jumps videos. It's been getting boring, but I will still continue this series, and hopefully they won't be as bad now that there will be other content on my channel thrown into the mix. Since the Tier AAA All Jumps video has been released, the only All Jumps videos left I have to do now are the Soul Crushing Towers in Ring 9. Well, for now at least. Ridiculous J2 runs are things that I do not do often due to how long it takes to record them. Even though I don't do much editing on these videos, it's not been easy to find a day where after 2 hours or so to record one video for ridiculous J2 runs. These videos will probably only come once every 1 or 2 months, and you, the community, will vote for the tower featured for the next episode of Ridiculous J2 runs about a couple of weeks before I actually make the video, like what I did for the tower spiraling heights video. Back in December 2020, I built a tower called Citadel Ridiculous Progression. It was the first tower I ever built that had a somewhat acceptable quality to it, enough for me to upload a video of it to YouTube, but well, it's not the best. Like, just look at this. So in the months since then, I've improved my building skill, and me and my friends have built a tower called Tough Ambitious Outside Sections. It is way better than Citadel Ridiculous Progression, trust me on that one, and is very nearly finished as we only have about 1 minute of gameplay left to build. Hopefully I'll be able to show that tower by the end of the month. On the other hand though, we have some towers I built in the past that are horrible quality, such as my first ever tower, or some joke towers. Since some people only want to see good quality towers, I'll probably do a community poll about showing these. This is a series that I've been thinking about only recently, but I've considered trying some other JTO fan games that are not as well known, and I'll make videos on these games of me trying them out for the first time. Obviously, I don't know every single fan game out there, so if you have a fan game you want me to try, suggest one in the comments. If I think that the game has enough content for me to make a video, I'll likely make a video on it. I'm still not so sure about doing this series though. With all the other things going on, I don't even think that I have enough time to do this series. Since last year, I've made a series of videos that I call summary videos. It is basically a video summarizing the streams I've done on tiles which are Remorseless difficulty or higher, and even tiles in build-ups. However, my release of these videos have been extremely delayed, as I've only done summary videos for Tower True Skill, Tower Eternal Suffering, Tower Great Displeasure, Tower Nonsensical Platforms, and Tower of Extreme Dystopia. I know that sounds like a lot, but I still have Citadel of such recognition, Tower of Water, however you pronounce this, then the whole TODCC build-up and the 2 soul-crushing towers after that. It's been nearly 11 months since I completed COSR, or COSR, so the summary video for it is long overdue. The summary videos are no easy thing to edit either, so don't even expect one this month, let alone all of them that late. Well, if you're too lazy to watch the however many minutes of me talking earlier, I'll give a short summary here. TOC build-up, but wait, before that there's a pre-build-up featuring this, and this, then the build-up featuring this, and this. And after I beat TOC, there'll be another 2 soul-crushing towers for me to beat, which will be Tower Inevitable Failure and yeah, let's not talk about this one. Then, there'll be some videos which I can hopefully continue in the future, which includes the all jumps videos, ridiculous J2 runs, showing towers I've built, and trying other fan games of J2. And that should be it. If someone watched this whole video, well, thank you. It took me an awful amount of time to do everything to make this video. Also, special thanks to the Twisted Dominator, who helped me make the plan for the TOC pre-builder and builder. Here are some pictures of older plans that may seem ridiculous now compared to the current plan. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to, and goodbye.